Hey, it's Josh with a new review, coming at you with a new review of Grownish. The big things for Zoey the last few episodes, she started dating Cash, a basketball player who she'd been tutoring. She broke up with Cash, and she got an internship. She got over that breakup, and she got an internship at Teen Vogue. So what's important about Cash is it appeared to be was Zoey's first serious boyfriend. Um, Seeing her grow up in the span of 5 days, um, I can understand why it might have been her first real boyfriend. The original series that Grownish spun off of was much more focused on Andre. And his experience as a father, and he was probably more concerned about his daughter not dating. And granted, the show was very expansive in its outlook on the various characters. It did seem to focus a little bit more on the parents, Andre and Rainbow. Still funny. And the twins and Junior. Zoey seemed to be this kind of voice of reason among them all. And now with her own series, it makes sense that they're going to expand the character a little bit more to focus on her personal growth. Because being the voice of reason in a family is a little bit different than being the main focus of her own series. And so Cash was her first boyfriend in love. Her first real boyfriend in love, which, it's a big deal. Which led to the breakup and get over episode to have a lot of more depth. And that showed a lot of personal growth. And the comic relief and the kind of voice of reason. We also got to see them grow a little bit over the last few episodes. Vic and God, I'm blanking on Revolutionary Boy's name. And I have this thing where if I'm 5 or more, if I was 5 or older when the individual was born, then I consider them a kid. And sophomores tend to be 19 and 20 if they go to school on a traditional basis. So 19, 20-year-old sophomore. Anyways, not important. And I really feel like even though voice of reason and comic relief characters tend to have their own set character growth, which voice of reason tends to be kind of very gradual, like we saw with Zoey. There seemed to be a good spike the last few episodes, especially the last one, which focused a lot on how young millennials and older Gen Zs are very, very focused on their social media. And I think it was a really good, really interesting exploration of that. Especially with how the internet now is forever. And even if I delete this, there might still be someone out there who, there'll still be a copy of this out there, no matter what. So yeah, I think that this was a really interesting set of episodes. The lessons learned, Zoey learns. I think the biggest lesson was when she was the get over episode. Zoey learned to realize that heartbreak happens, and what matters is how we react to it afterwards, and how we get over it. We can either wallow in our emotions and not really grow, which I have some experience with personally, or we can take that experience and take the good parts of it that were there and then try to grow from that and course correct from the parts that were not so positive. Actually, take the good parts and have them as good memories, and then use the parts that weren't so positive and use that as a course correction, and then realize the people you have around you are just as important to you as that person who may have broken your heart in this case. And then, of course, the other biggest lesson is be very careful what you post on social media. I mean, it's very common nowadays in today's media, entertainment media, since there is an entire generation that has grown up only with the internet, and another generation that kind of came of age with the internet. So yeah, those are really the big things that I think happened these last few episodes. So this is Joshua with New Review, signing off.